Long ago, before the mountains rose, before the seas flowed, before the sun and moon shone across the sky, there was nothing but a vast emptiness. This endless void was called Ginnungagap, a yawning chasm where time had no meaning and silence stretched forever. To the north lay Niflheim, a frozen land of ice, mist, and flowing rivers. To the south, Muspelheim, a realm of fire, warmth, and glowing flames. For countless ages, the cold of Niflheim and the heat of Muspelheim drifted silently toward each other across the empty expanse. And when the ice met the fire, steam rose, swirling in soft clouds, and from this meeting, life began to stir. From the melting ice of Niflheim, a great giant named Ymir emerged. He slept, and from his sleep came other beings, shaping the first generation of giants, the ancestors of frost and strength. Nearby, a cow named Audhumla appeared, feeding Ymir with her milk. From the ice she licked, Buri was revealed, the first of the gods, tall and shining with golden hair. Buri would be the ancestor of the Aesir, the gods who would shape the world and guide the fates of all beings. As the gods grew and learned of their own strength, they looked upon Ymir and the world around them. From his body they shaped the land. His flesh became the fields and forests. His bones rose as mountains. His blood filled rivers and seas, and the sky itself was formed from his skull, arched above the new earth. Clouds drifted like soft cloth across the heavens, and stars shimmered into being, their light reflecting the balance of fire and ice from which all life had come. And in the center of this forming world, a tree began to grow. Its roots stretched deep, and its branches reached high, cradling the realms that would soon fill with life. This tree, Yggdrasil, would come to hold the 9 realms, the great connection between gods, giants, and mortals alike, a living witness to the unfolding of creation. With the first lands shaped from Ymir's body, the gods set to work bringing order and life to the realms. They looked upon the earth and separated the oceans from the fields, carving valleys and mountains with care. Rivers began to flow, carrying the crystal-clear waters of the melting ice across the fertile plains. From these rivers, life would one day spring, filling the lands with creatures of every kind. Above the earth, the gods fashioned the sky. They lifted Ymir's skull high, forming the vault of the heavens, and placed the sun to light the day and the moon to guide the night. Stars shimmered across the dark expanse, each one a tiny spark of the fire that had touched the ice, a reminder of the balance that had birthed the world. Clouds drifted softly, carrying rain to nourish the growing lands below. The gods then set about creating the first humans, shaping them from the driftwood and clay of Midgard. They breathed life into these figures, giving them thought, warmth, and the spark of curiosity. The first humans awoke, standing upon the earth, looking up at the vast sky and the protective branches of Yggdrasil. The world was new, full of possibilities, quiet in its beauty, and alive with gentle potential. Meanwhile, the giants, born from Ymir's sleeping form, roamed the lands beyond the fields of Midgard. Some were fierce, some gentle, but all were tied to the raw, untamed forces of nature. The gods watched them carefully, balancing the realms, knowing that creation thrived best when all things had their place. From the smallest stream to the tallest mountain, from the softest whisper of wind to the crackling roar of fire. And so the 9 realms began to take shape. Muspelheim blazed with eternal fire, Niflheim shimmered with frost and mist, Asgard rose as the shining hall of the gods, Midgard became home to humans, Vanaheim glimmered with green abundance, Alfheim Niflheim shone with the light of the elves, Jotunheim stretched wild and untamed, Svartalfheim glimmered with the forges of dwarves, and Helheim whispered of rest and reflection. Yggdrasil stood at the center, its roots and branches cradling the worlds gently, connecting all that had been created into a single living harmony. With the 9 realms formed and the first beings awake, a quiet balance settled over the cosmos. Yggdrasil, the world tree, rose taller than the tallest mountain, its roots deep in Niflheim and its branches brushing the skies above Asgard. From its boughs flowed life and connection, linking gods, giants, elves, humans, and all living creatures together in a gentle rhythm. The rivers of Midgard glimmered in the sunlight, carrying reflections of the heavens and the branches of Yggdrasil. In the forests, animals stirred softly, exploring the new world. Birds took flight, their wings brushing against the trees' leaves while the oceans whispered their secrets to the shore. Everywhere the hum of life was calm and steady, a quiet song that echoed through the realms. The gods walked among the lands, shaping what was needed and leaving space for what would grow naturally. Odin gazed into the depths of time, seeing the future unfold gently before him. Frigg moved through Asgard and Midgard, weaving care and guidance into the lives of all who dwelled there. Even the giants found their place, wandering the wilds of Jotunheim, learning the harmony that existed between strength and restraint, chaos and order. At last the world rested. The heat of Muspelheim softened into the glow of distant fire. The frost of Niflheim shimmered peacefully under quiet starlight. Yggdrasil held all the realms in its embrace, steady and patient, a witness to the birth of everything. And in that vast, calm expanse, the first humans gazed upon the sky and the branches of the world tree, breathing deeply, feeling the safety and order of creation, ready to sleep beneath the gentle sway of the worlds above them. And so, as you listen, imagine the same calm that filled the 9 realms, the gentle rustle of Yggdrasil's leaves, the soft murmur of rivers, the quiet warmth of Muspelheim's fire, and the serene frost of Niflheim. Let your mind drift slowly, carried through creation itself, resting beneath the quiet watch of the gods and the enduring branches of the world tree. Sleep now, and let the peaceful rhythm of the 9 realms guide you gently into dreams. Good night.